Denver Coliseum, Caleb Burgraff here, alongside my cameraman Cole, Dane, the alternate play-by-play man who is doing pool number 1, and Morgan, who is working the computer for all you guys. A wonderful group of people up here. Mark also chipping in down there. He's sitting watching the two-way matchup going on right now. But right here, we have what is about to be, I think, maybe the culmination, there we go, of the best volleyball pool, or most competitive, I should say, in the entire championship round at this point in time. 5A has not had a tiebreaker. 4A did not have a tiebreaker. 1A did have a tiebreaker. And 2A has not had a tiebreaker. So between 1A and 3A, you got two pretty good matchups. Here we are going to have Bayfield taking on TCA, the Classsical Academy, as the Classsical Academy was dropped by Colorado Springs Christian in 4 sets to force this tiebreaker. Bayfield lost in 4 sets to Valley in their first matchup of the day. So these two teams, both coming off losses, are going to have to try and find some way to turn that around as quickly as they can. Bayfield maybe has a little bit of the edge on that one because they've had more time to let it get over that loss. And on the other side, TCA maybe just losing to CSCS. They'll want to get back and have that rematch to see who can pull it out and who can win and go on to the semifinals. Out here, Bayfield will start with the serve. It'll be Shaw running up, sending this one up and across. Popped up back row by Lynn. Chacon is going to set this one back row for Dirk. Hits it across. Harrison keeps it alive. Mo sets it near side, and it's going to be hit down by Rifalato, but it is tipped at the net. So instead of going out of bounds and being called out, it is a point to the Bayfield Wolverines. 1-0. Shaw will serve once again. Runs up, sends this one across. Drop down, but Lynn digs it back out to the Bayfield side. Mo, middle set, and Phelps is going to hit it long off the backside. And it is 1-1. These two teams tied right away. It'll be Renninger, back to serve. As she sends this one down long. Popped up by Rifalato. Mo sets this one up far side, and it's going to be inside the line as Phelps, yes, that is Phelps, was able to get that one to drop down inside. And if Phelps will give herself the serve as she will go back. 2-1, Bayfield on top here. Ball served over and across, popped up by Lynn. It's going to go over by the pole, saved by Felix. And it's going to be freed over by Dirk. Phelps keeps it alive in the back row. Mo is going to pop it up, but a ball rolls in from the 1A semifinal on the far side of the court. And we will move on, and it'll be 2-1 on a reserve for Phelps. Sends this ball up and across, popped up back row. Chacon sets this for a back row shot from Renninger into the net and make it 3-1, Bayfield on top. Bayfield played very good against TCA in their first matchup, but we're down in 4 sets. See if Bayfield can come back from that. Phelps will serve this one up and over. Popped up in the back row. It's going to be over to Chacon to play this one to Dirk on the backside. Popped up into the air and misplayed by McCoy after Shaw could not dig that one out high in the air. 3-2 now. TCA will be doing the serve with Lind on the back line. This a 1-set-to-25 match. No best of 3, no best of 5. You win or you go home. Ball served over by Lynn. Popped up in the back row. It's going to be set by Mo in the middle, and Rifalato is going to hit this one down. Dug out back to the Bayfield side. Popped up forward, and Rifalato is going to hit this one down as well. Lynn digs out again. Chacon sets it far side, and Renninger is going to hit this one down across. Popped up near side now by Mo, and it's going to be hit by Hillier. And the Titans cannot pop that one back up into the air. 4-2 the score. 2-point lead again for the Bayfield Wolverines. And it'll be McCoy back to serve. She runs up, sends this one over. Popped up back row. Played forward by Chacon. It's going to be dumped over by Klingensmith. Tapped over backside. It's going to be Rifalato hitting this one. It's going to be dropped over onto the side of the 5A court. Rifalato gets herself her second kill, 5-2. That'll send it back to McCoy to serve again. 3-point lead. This one clips the net court. Popped up in the air though by Dirk. Set by Chacon near side. Felix hammers it down. Dropped down in front of Lindsay Reinmuth. She could not pop it up into the air, and a good kill there coming from Felix to get herself the serve. Felix will send this one down the middle, back played up, and it's going to be freed over, but a lift ball is going to be called on, I believe, Reinmuth in the back row. And she could not get underneath that one much. Actually, Shaw was not able to get underneath it. It's now 5-4. Felix serves it over once again. Popped up back row. It's going to be set up by Mo. Near side, Rifalato is going to hit this one outside the line, or excuse me, into the block, outside the line, 6-4. Bayfield back up by 2 now. Rifalato back to serve. She will look things over before sending this ball up and across. Popped up in the back row. Lynn gets it jousted for, and it's going to be won over by Shaw. Hillier and Shaw went up for it, and both of them were able to joust and win that one back over. 3-point lead again for Bayfield, 7-4. Rufalato will send this one over. And it's going to drop down, kept up though by Lynn, popped up by Chacon and sent over by Reininger. Kept alive, Mo sets this one for Hillier, drops it down off of Lynn's hand, and the Wolverines have doubled up the Titans, 8-4. And Rifalato, will serve again, leading on a 3-point run right now. Clips the net course, popped up in the air by Felix, played back court, and it's going to be sent over by Felix. Kept alive by the Wolverines, tipped over by Mo. Reininger keeps it alive. It's going to be sent over far side where Dirk is going to get a chance, hammers it off Shaw and back into the net. 8-5, TCA down by 3. Back to serve is going to be Dirk. Sends this one across. Dug out on the backside by the Wolverines. Mo sets it near side. Shaw's going to hit it into the net, climbs the net, and drops down on the Bayfield side, 8-6. And it'll be back to Dirk to serve again. Sends this one up and long. That is going to drop over the head of Strobel on the back line. She lets it go past her and is now 9-6, back to a 3-point lead. Harrison will serve for the Bayfield Wolverines. Bayfield trying to get into the state semifinals for the 3rd time. Popped up in the back row as a serve. Chacon sets it up near side. It's going to be Klingensmith outside the line. Bayfield up by 4 now once again. And Harrison will serve. Runs up, sends this ball up and across. That is going to go off Lind and out of play. Give the ace to Harrison in the back row. It's a 5-point lead for the Wolverines. Trying to make their way into semis. Trying to knock out TCA, a team that they lost to in 4 sets. Harrison runs up and sends this one over and across. Popped up by Felix. Sent back to the net. Chacon keeps it up and alive. Reininger tips it over. Mo is going to tip it back across after Phelps kept it alive. Chacon over to Reininger now. Denied at the net. Reininger keeps it alive though. Chacon back sets it this time. It's going to be whiffed on by Klingensmith and dropped down on the TCA side. Bayfield again doubling up the Titans, 12-6. And a timeout called by the Titans right now. They want to talk things over. Mind, a timeout's brought to you by Live Here, Learn Here. We're talking about Northeastern Junior College in Sterling, Colorado. It is Colorado's premier residential 2-year college. That's why Northeastern has experienced record growth in the last 4 years. New facilities, new programs, new ideas, the same great academic product we've always been famous for, only better. Plan your campus visit today. Go to www.njc.edu. Click on the Visit Campus icon. 12-6 here, Bayfield on top by 6 over the Titans. The Titans have called a timeout and are talking things over in their huddle. You got to wonder what Sue Reininger is telling her team in that huddle. They just came off a disappointing loss to CSCS, where every set was decided by 2 points. 12-6 here now, though, as Harrison will run up and send this serve over again. Popped up back row by Felix. Played by Chacon over to Reininger, and she drops it off Harrison. Back over to the Titans side. Felix gets it to Chacon. Played by Klingensmith off of the Bayfield Wolverines again. Mo bumps this one up, and it's going to be freed over on the backside by Strobel. And Reininger drops this one down, tipped at the net, and the Titans will get the serve back. 12-7 the score. And back is Klingensmith to serve. Bouncing the ball in front of her as she will run up and float this one over. Popped up by Shaw. Mo plays this one near side, and it's going to be hit down by Phelps. Kept alive though. Chacon sets it up for Reininger. Popped up by Harrison in the back row. Played over by Mo. Shaw gets another chance. It's going to be popped up back row. And Dirk plays it forward for a free ball for Chacon to get over. Refalato sets it up near side, and Phelps gets another chance, blocked at the net, and it's a free ball played over this time by Shaw. Popped up by Renninger, ball that was going out of play. Chacon sets it up for Felix, popped up back row by Bayfield, back over to the Titans side, serve back over where Strobel keeps it alive. Mo keeps it up, and it's going to be hit into the net and down on the Wolverine side by Refalato. 8-12, the deficit cut down to 4, and Klingensmith will serve once again. Bouncing the ball in front of her before sending this one up, over, and long. Popped up back row. It's going to be Mo sending it near side. Phelps is going to swing and tip the ball over the net, kept alive. Chacon has it to Renninger, who's going to top it over. Popped up in the air by Strobel. Set over, back row shot coming from Refalato after Mo set it forward. The Titans will now send it over once again. Popped up forward. It's going to be Strobel setting this one up. Dumped over the net by, Shaw. Over the side. Renninger gets another chance. Sends it long. No tip. And the Wolverines go back up by 5, 13-8. Wolverines trying to make their way into the final tie-breaking decisive game. Ball served up and over once again. Popped up forward. It's going to be set by Chacon at the net for Kurtzinger, and she sends it down to the base of Brita Mo's feet. 9-13. 4-point lead for the Wolverines. The Titans slowly clawing their way back into this. Looking for a rematch with CSCS. Ball served over by Chacon. Popped up in the air. Harrison sets it near side, and it's going to be dumped over and long by Refalato. 10-13 now the score on the board. The Titans back within 3 now. Continuing to close this gap. Chacon will serve from the middle of the court. Sends this one down the far side. Popped up by Mo. Now setting it up for Shaw. Popped up over. Chacon sets this one up, and it's going to be Renninger copying it down. Shaw keeps it alive, and Refalato setting it up for Mo to free the ball over. Felix now gets a chance, sets this one. Renninger hammers it down into the net. The hammer from the senior. And a timeout called from Bayfield this time. Don't want to see this lead slip away from them too quickly, as they are only up by 2 after leading 12-6 at one point in time. It has been a 5-1 run. We'll remind you that Big Time Small Town Media is proud to bring you DVDs of every match from the 1A, 2A, and 3A volleyball tournament. Visit www.bigtimesmalltown.com to purchase your DVDs today. They're just $10, and with $2 from every DVD being donated to the Colorado Coaches of Girls Sport. That's www.bigtimesmalltown. I know this one will be out there, and if you have anybody here at the lobby of the Denver Coliseum or watching this matchup, be sure to have them head out to our table where you can order them right there, and we will burn them for you before the end of the tournament. Other matches already going into their semifinals on the other courts. 1A, 2A, 4A, and 5A all decided as to who will be playing for a championship or who will be trying to get to play for a championship. Here, though, it is still trying to decide who will play in the semifinals. Chacon will serve it over for the Titans. Mo sets it up at the net. Phelps into the net, and it drops down 13-12 now. The lead cut down to 1. TCA trying to work their way in. Bayfield with new life now. They probably thought after they lost to Valley that they were done. They are still alive. Harrison digs this one out. Mo frees one over. Popped up in the back row by Dirk, and it's going to be hit by Felix. Popped up back row once again, but a 2-hit violation is going to be called on Chacon, and the Wolverines get the point. 14-12. 11 points at least to decide who will win this. 2-point lead for the Wolverines. Shaw back to serve. Bouncing the ball in front of her before running up and sending this ball up and over. Popped up back row by Lynn. Played now over to far side. Felix comes up from behind of, Kurtzinger, and hits that one over her and down onto the Bayfield court. 14-13. That's what happens when you're 6'6". You get to do special things like that. Renninger will serve. Sends this one up and over. Popped up back row by Harrison. Mo sets this one up. It's into the block. Kept alive, though, by the Wolverines. Back to the, TCA side. Now this time Dirk gets a chance. Popped up and saved. Mo frees one over, and it's Renninger keeping it alive. It's set up over to Felix. Kept alive now again, and Shaw will get a chance. Refalato gets a chance, hits it down, and it drops on the TCA side. 15-13, Bayfield holding on to a 2-point lead. On the two-way court, Swink on top of Akron, 11-9. Over here, though, 15-13, the ball served over. Lind over to Chacon. It's going to be hit into the net by Kurtzinger. Bayfield goes back up by 3, 16-13. And back to serve again will go Phelps. Sends this one up and over. Popped up back row. It's going to be Chacon. Playing it over to Felix. Tips it over. Popped up into the air. Kept alive. McCoy near side. Shaw's going to play this one over. Played near the net. It's going to be Chacon just staying out of the net. And Dirk is going to hammer it down. 16-14. 2-point lead now. TCA climbing back in. As Kurtzinger will check out and the serve will go to to Lind on the back line. Bouncing the ball in front of her. She will send this one up, over, and across. Popped up back row. It's going to be played in the back row by Mo for Shaw to try and swing one down. Lind keeps it alive into the net, and unable to get it over the net is Chacon and then Renninger. Neither one could get it up. And it is a 17-14 lead now for the Bayfield Wolverines. McCoy will serve. Runs up, sends this ball up and over. Popped up by Renninger. Chacon sets it up, and it's Klingensmith trying to hit it through. Kept alive by the Wolverines, though. Mo sets this one up. Rifalato kept it alive. Felix sets it up far side, and a replay is going to be called after a ball rolled into the court once again. 17-14, we'll have to do McCoy's serve again. Sends this one up and over far side. Ball that was going out is played by Dirk. Set up, and Felix going to try and tip it down. Blocked at the net, off of Felix and out of play. Dirk played a ball when she was standing on the blue, and the ball and the Bayfield Wolverines come away with a point. McCoy will serve. Sends this one up and across. Popped up, and it's going to be Chacon setting this up for Klingensmith. Tipped at the net, kept alive. Mo sets this one up over for Rifalato. Kept alive, though. Felix tries to cross one down, kept alive. Mo sets it to Hillier, who sets it for Shaw, drops it down. Lind pops it up. Chacon, far side. Dirk hammers it down. McCoy was there but couldn't get it up. 18-15. Bayfield up by 3. Somewhat comfortable lead, but TCA has been able to go on some runs. As they run this one up and over. Popped up in the back row. It's going to be played near side now for, Rifalato as she drops it down on the court. 19-15. Bayfield is 6 points away. Rifalato gets herself to serve. Bounces it in front of her before sending this ball up and long. Popped up by Lind in the back row. Chacon sets it up for Dirk. Tips it over. Mo keeps it, kept alive by Strobel. Mo sets it up for Shaw. Blocked at the net and stuffed down by Klingensmith. 19-16. 3-point lead. Back to serve is Dirk. Sends this one up and long. Popped up back row. Mo sets it middle. Hillier hammers it inside the line. 20-16. Bayfield up by 4. And back to serve will be Harris. Went on their first big run with the libero serving. She will try to do it again. She will run up, sends this ball down the middle to Felix. Popped up to Chacon, sets it over to Renninger. Tips this one high. Kept alive though, Strobel to Mo. Middle set down now, and it's going to be hit by Phelps. Kept alive though by the Titans, and Renninger gets a chance and hammers this one back off of Rifalato. 20-17. Renninger absolutely demolishing balls. Back to serve, Klingensmith sends this one up, over and long. Popped up by Rifalato. Mo sets it now near side. Phelps into the block and down on the Bayfield side. 18-20. 2-point lead for the Wolverines being cut down. They built it up once, then they cut it down and have gotten it back up to 4, but the Wolverines are trying to just barely squeak it out. Ball served over by Klingensmith. Mo sets it up, tipped and blocked back down. Phelps denied a chance to get it over by the Titans and make it 20-19. Timeout called by the Bayfield Wolverines at 19-20, trying to hold on to their lead. As I said, this is their second timeout. Timeout's brought to you by ColoradoPreps.com. Let them become your source for high school sports in Colorado. With results, recaps, and previews, plus equal coverage on all teams and all classifications from all corners of Colorado. Keep track of the state volleyball tournament and the football playoffs on ColoradoPreps.com or on your mobile phone at coloradoscores.mobi. Also brought to you by the Doubletree. Next time you're headed on vacation, remember the Doubletree. Hot cookies on check-in at the Doubletree. These two teams wanting to take a whole bag of cookies that would come with the national or the state championship, trying to get to the semifinals first. Every team in this pool still alive until one of these teams loses this one-set playoff. Back to serve is Klingensmith, bouncing the ball slowly in front of her. Titans still have one timeout. Bayfield is out. Klingensmith once again rolls the ball back to her a few times before holding it out and sending this one up and over. Popped up back row. It's played forward, and it's going to be Moe to Phelps. Phelps gets it right back and is hammered down, and they're going to say that, Kurtzinger was in the net for the Classical Academy Titans. Back to serve now is going to be, I believe, Moe. Runs up, sends this one over. Popped up back row by Lynn, saved by Chacon, and hit into the net. Kept alive, though. It was blocked as the Titans will once again try. Chacon drops it down, and they keep it alive. Back to a one-point game. 21-20. And back to serve will go Dirk. Holds it out before sending this ball long. Actually, that is Chacon. Bayfield tries to get it over, blocked at the net, tipped back over. Another shot coming down from TCA. Ball hit over by Rifalato. Lynn digs this one out, and running into each other are Kurtzinger and Chacon. They can't get to it. It's 22-20. Bayfield is 3 away. Shaw will serve. Shaw runs up and sends this one just over. Lynn pops it up, tipped over at the net and dropping down, and they're going to say reaching over the net or running into the net were the Titans, and it is now 2 points away from moving on for Bayfield. Shaw will serve again. This one run up, and it's going to be sent up and through. Lynn digs this one out too far, and Chacon can't make a good set. It drops down 24-20. Bayfield is now a point away. Set and tiebreak point. And a timeout called by Classsical Academy as they need to talk things over. Mile High Volleyball is Denver's newest volleyball retail store for all of your volleyball needs, including shoes, knee pads, balls, and uniforms. Like us on Facebook or call us directly at 303-921-4519. That's Mile High Volleyball store on Quebec Street in Englewood, just off Arapahoe and I-25. Titans are breaking out of their timeout. Felix is out there as well as Renninger. They've been out there for the entire tournament. Kurtzinger, as well as Chacon, Lind, and Dirk. Bayfield will have Shaw serving. McCoy out there as well. Phelps on the front line as Shaw sends this one up and over. Dug out by Dirk, Chacon has it set up. Renninger denied at the net. The big hitter is denied by Rifalato. And the Bayfield Wolverines will be playing next when we come back against Colorado Springs Christian. The TCA Titans, their season is over. We'll be back on Shasta TV's coverage of the Colorado High School Volleyball Championships.